All right, so hello everybody. Hello. Let me just do a little bit of roll call as we get ready to get started. We're live on Instagram and we're live here on Facebook. Shout out to Deshonda, Willis, hello, welcome Michelle, Solandra, hello. Deshonda, I already said Deshonda, Charisma, Danny, Kat, Kitten, Andrella, Marla, hello, Vanita, Angie, Keisha, Barbara, hello, Kathleen, Maria, Monet, hello. How y'all doing on Instagram? Hey, Mr. Smile. I know we have more people. Hello, and welcome to this broadcast, y'all. I'm excited to be here today. As y'all notice, I'm standing up here, so I'm gonna move this one out of the way because today we're gonna be using my whiteboard as I'm in the process of moving. In fact, I'll be traveling to Atlanta, Georgia this weekend for a collaboration book launch. We actually have two collaborators that are launching this book this weekend. So we have two books at the same time with well over close to 40 people that are in these different projects that we're launching. One of the collaborators is going to be over in Maryland, and that is Dr. Gia Joyce Conway, as well as Minister Phyllis Trafton. They're going to be in Maryland, and then we're going to be traveling over to Atlanta, Georgia with Wanda D. Hollis, and both of them are launching their books this weekend. But in the process of launching, I also have a workshop that I'm doing on Thursday in Atlanta, Georgia that is completely booked out. And in the process of doing that, I'm moving. So literally, as soon as I get back from Atlanta on the 24th, I'll be moving into my new home here in Houston, Texas. But I wanted to get up here, guys, and do a training. But as you come on in, please introduce yourself as well. And let me tell you why I wanted to do this training. By the way, shout outs to everybody that's here. Thank you so much, Kitten, for sharing. Hey, Martha Cooper Hudson. Hey, sis. Isabel, hello, darling. Mickey, hello, Mickey. It's probably Mickey. Hey, Mickey, how you doing? And hello to everybody. Hey, Lynette. Hey, love, how you doing? On Instagram. Freddie. Hey, Freddie from Murfreesboro. Hello. So let me just tell you why I decided to do this. So the other day, y'all, and for those of you who don't know who I am or have never heard me speak or whatever, my name is Taurea Vision Avant, and what I do, guys, is I work with entrepreneurs and I show them how to be able to build multiple streams of income by leveraging a book. Hey, Leo, how you doing? I believe that every entrepreneur should write a book that can help them to build a multiple stream of income type of business. And for me, guys, I'm gonna tell you, hey, Ricky, how you doing out of Atlanta? I have not always been this way. I have not always thought this way. In fact, I remember not too long ago, thank you, Michelle, for sharing. That's what I'm talking about. One person that makes a decision, that takes the step to share and shine somebody else's light. Guys, I promise you, it doesn't dim your own light. You know, in our community, we got to get better at being able to help lift more people up and not just being the ones to talk about it, but actually walk about it. And so I appreciate people that actually walk in that. Hey, Faith out of Miami, Pache. Hey, Pache. How you doing, love? Kelly. Thank you so much, Charisma and Danny, for sharing. I appreciate y'all. So anyways, I was on my way to the On the Run 2 concert with Beyonce and Jigga. And as I was in the car, this was just the other day, I was sitting there and they did a commercial talking about donating plasma. And guys, not too long ago, you know, I graduated from college at Hampton University. Shout out to all my HBCUs. And when I graduated from college, y'all, you know, I thought I was going to be able to at least make $50,000 a year. Kelly, thank you so much for sharing the video. I appreciate you. Hey, Glenda, thank you for tagging people, Glenda. I appreciate you. Hey, Yvette, how you doing, love? And, you know, I graduated and I thought I was going to at least make $50,000 a year. In fact, if I could just make $50,000 a year, I thought that would be good. You know what I mean? And the reason why I thought that way is because, honestly, the people that I was around, that was like a really good income compared to my circle. And so, hey, Coco. Hey, ICN. How you doing? And so, for me, that's all I ever desired to make. And so, I graduated from Hampton, and I finally landed a job where I needed my degree. And unfortunately, I was making about $26,000 a year. And through all of that, Troy, Alabama's in the house. Through all of that, guys, I still had to find other ways to make money. And at that time, what I used to do was twice a week. Everybody say twice. I just want to make sure y'all paying attention. Everybody type in the word twice. I want to make sure y'all paying attention. Twice a week, y'all, I would donate plasma in this place that was right up the street from my house, and they would give you $20 to $25. I can't remember how much it was. We would get $20 to $25 per donation, and I would get that twice a week, so that was $40 a week. If you multiply that by 4, right? That was a decent amount. What is that? 4 times 4 of 160. That's what I was making a month to be able to help pay for gas, as well as, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's paying attention. That's what I'm talking about. But it would help me to pay for gas as well as to get to work. Literally, I had to donate plasma so that I could make enough money to get to a job where I was barely able to survive. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And if anybody can relate, y'all, I just want y'all to say I can relate, because y'all, it was tough times back then. I remember those days like yesterday. I mean, I had a pray car. Anybody know about having that pray car? Yeah, you pray that that car start. You pray that it don't cut off in the middle of the road. You pray that you can get to work and come back home, and you thank Jesus when you have a good day. You even got to work and came home. And I had one of those situations. And what happened was in 2006, y'all, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and he ended up passing away 7 months later. Difficult for me, probably one of the hardest experiences in my life, but also what was one of the hardest experiences in my life was also the experience that caused me to change my life. And for many of us, y'all, that are watching this broadcast, many of us, we wait for those pivotal moments in our life. We wait for that situation to happen that makes us look at life differently, that finally we're going to make a decision to do what we need to do. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. We realize that tomorrow's not promised. And all these different things that we all say to everybody, but we know we're not doing what we need to do. And that's when I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. And guys, me moving to Atlanta changed my life. And it's not because I moved to a new location. I want you to understand this, because some of us already know. We got some people that they're going to hear my story, and there's people that they just make a habit of making excuses. Their habit, they're really good at making excuses. So the number one excuse that most people will say after I tell that story is, well, I can't afford to move. Okay, well, let me explain to you why my life changed. It wasn't necessarily because I moved. It was because I changed my circle. Some of you got to make a conscious decision on tonight. Everybody say, on tonight, I'll make a decision. I want you to type that in. On tonight, I'll make a decision. You have to make a conscious decision that you're going to change your circle. And guys, I mean, being around people who are positive, being around people who are motivated, being around people who make money. And for me, I had never been around people who were making more than $50,000 a year. That's why for me, $50,000 a year was okay. But then I started getting around people who were making $100,000. I met my first millionaire, and things for me changed, okay? Now, I got into the space of network marketing, but today we're gonna be talking about different ways to make money, okay? And one of those ways, I'm not gonna include network marketing. And let me tell you why. Because I know some of you guys are in multi-level marketing, and I'm gonna tell you this, if it was not for the network marketing industry, I would not be here today, okay? I would not. So I need y'all to understand this. But the truth is that a lot of times when people get into the network marketing industry, they become so laser focused that they believe that that is the only way to succeed in life. Seriously. I can't tell you how many people that were my peers at one time that I've heard on several occasions kind of boo-boo, you know, I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to cuss yet, okay? But they're trying to boo-boo on people who are in the space that I'm in. They want to talk about people that do what I do. And typically the reason why somebody downs another person is because they were never able to have success in that space. Well, boo, let me tell you something. Taurea Vision Avant has not only been able to have success in the space that she's in, but she's also helping other people to do this. And when we go over these ways of how to make money, if you are not making profits within the next 3 to 6 months, now some of y'all, I'm about to step on some toes. Y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. And this is the truth. Some of you guys don't like to hear the truth. Because some of us, we want to be able to be in a place where we just never succeed, so we always have an excuse why it never worked. Because you didn't do the work. If you are not making profits within the next 3 to 6 months following one of these steps, you do not want it bad enough. I do not care what your situation is, and I know that sounds very harsh. Let me explain something to you. God doesn't put you through no challenge unless it has been assigned because he knows that you can pull through it. So stop using your challenges as excuses and use your challenges as reasons. Are we here? Stop using your challenges as excuses and start using your challenges as reasons, okay? So anyway, so I got into the space of network marketing, and then back in 2014, 15, I made a decision that I was going to step out and start my own business with my own company where nobody can tell me about policies and procedures, where nobody can tell me what I can and cannot do, and I stayed laser focused. Now, I want you to understand, when I made a decision to step out, everybody had something to say, but I did not let that affect me. I did not let that cause me to stray. I did not let the fact that within my first year, I was not in a profit zone because I knew what I was supposed to be doing. I did not let the fact that within my second year, I was not in a profit zone stop me from focusing. I did not let the fact that within my third year, I was still not in a profit zone. See, guys, when you're on the way to greatness, it doesn't just happen overnight. For those of you who are in the network marketing space, many of you guys have heard these stories. You've heard these stories where people say, I was in network marketing for 5 years, never made a dime. So when people tell me that I tried it for 30 days and nothing is working, you don't want it bad enough. Well, tonight, I'm only talking, amen. Use my skills to push me forward. We're going to talk about that today. Tonight, we're going to talk to only those people who are serious and ready. So if you're serious and you're ready, I want you to type in the comment space, I'm ready. Because I'm only talking to those who are ready. Look, I ain't got time to be talking to excuse makers, complainers, negative Nancys, negative Bobs, all them people that got a reason why stuff ain't working for them. They blame everybody, every situation, they health, they mama, they daddy, they blaming everybody, but actually taking responsibility and stepping up and saying no more. I probably have some. Do I have any young youthpreneurs on right now? That's anybody under the age of 25. Is anybody under the age of 25 watching me right now? Anybody under the age of 25? If you're under the age of 25, I just want you to say youth. Type in youth or just say I am or something like that. I want to know who's under the age of 25 because it's going to be easier for them. For some of us that are over the age, you have got to make a conscious decision, y'all. Seriously. We just got back from the Show Your Success conference that took place in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm going to tell y'all, since we peoples now, I'm going to tell y'all, I was having a conversation with some of y'all. How many of y'all remember when we had this conversation and I was talking about some people don't even realize that they cause their own destruction. They cause their own destruction because all they ever do is talk about who did what, how people ain't support them, how this ain't happening, why this ain't right. All they ever do is always complain about the negative. They never, ever focus on the positive. How many of y'all remember me having that conversation? Well, guys, there were some people that were in the conference that I was specifically talking to. And, you know, I don't ever make apologies for being the type of coach that tells you the truth. It's too many coaches out here that like to sugarcoat a whole lot of stuff. Too many people out here leading with purses and shoes and watches and cars and all that bull that is not what's going to create happiness in your life. What creates happiness is being able to do what you want to do. See, I don't allow a car or any of those things to determine my greatness. What determines my greatness are the number of people that I'm going to impact along the way. But on the way of impacting millions, there's going to be people who are not always going to be happy with what you do. There's going to be people who are not always going to believe in you. And you've got to make a conscious decision that, listen, you're not going to talk about them. We're going to let them go, okay? So let's get into this. Before we talk about the 5 ways, there's 5 different ways that we're going to talk about being able to make some additional income. I want to first give you the 5 P's to success, okay? The 5 P's to success. This is very important because In order to make money, we first have to do something that has caused us to be where we are today. And we've got to learn to deprogram some of our thinking, okay? Guys, it is our conscious and subconscious thoughts that get us to where we are today. So in order for us to change our lives, we have to first start here. Many people think that if I just do the motions, that my life is going to change. That is not the truth. It is not just doing things that cause success. It's doing things a certain way. If you try to make a chocolate cake and you put every single ingredient in the chocolate cake except the chocolate flavor, is that a chocolate cake? No, it is not. So we must make sure that we do things in decency and in order. So let's talk about this. The first P that you must have is passion. Let me explain something to you guys. Many of us, if it's easy for you to complain, you're not passionate about it. If it's easy for you to say, you know what, I'm just going to take off today, I ain't going to do it, there's no passion there. You've got to be able to figure out something that you are passionate about. So passionate about it that when the lights come up, the sun starts to come up, honey, you already up working because you know this is something that you love to do. See, to me, true freedom is being able to do the things you love to do and earn an income at the same time, okay? So you've got to find something that causes you to be passionate about it. Now, with being passionate, I want you to understand, it's not always going to go the perfect way. It's not always going to be, you know, rainbows and sunshine, right? There's going to be cloudy days. There's going to be rainy days. But what you cannot do is focus your attention on the rain. You must focus your attention on the umbrella. That was good. Because the rain falls on the just and the unjust. So you must focus your attention not on the rain, but on the umbrella. See, many of us, we're focused on the rain, but when you focus on the umbrella, you cannot get wet. Is everybody with me here? Okay? So you must be passionate about it. Number two is that you must be persistent. Persistence. You must have persistence. Guys, let me tell you something. Success is not doing something that is just some big explosive action and then all of a sudden things are starting to fall down on you. All types of success is coming your way. Guys, success is doing small, boring, minute things over a long period of time. Are you with me, guys? See, success is doing small, minute things for a long period of time. Ladies and gents, you know this. I've been messaging people on Facebook since 2008. I've been creating content, doing broadcasts like this since, I don't know, 2010, 11. As soon as we could broadcast, as soon as they allowed us to broadcast, I was broadcasting. Every single week. It's doing small things. Many of us, we do one great thing, we're burnt out. You know why you're burnt out? I remember sitting down and having a conversation with this young lady who was a multimillionaire. And I was telling her about the fact that I was, you know, in this business and I was making all this great money, but I was unhappy. And the first thing she said, because I said, I made all this money and I don't even have nothing to show for it. Like, I don't buy a whole lot of stuff. And she was like, that's because you never assigned your money, number one. See, this is the deal. When you assign your money to your purpose and your passion, it makes doing the persistent activities easier. See, guys, you've got to be willing to look at the end in mind and not what you're currently going through. See, yes, I was doing workshops. I was literally doing workshops in 2015. Look, I remember y'all doing workshops, hoping that I would get a new student that would want to write a book so that I could pay the bills. This is what it was. When I was traveling and doing workshops all over the United States, I would make enough money just so that I could take that profit and reinvest it into the next location. See, I stayed persistent because I was passionate about what I was doing and I knew my end in mind. So you must stay persistent at doing the small, minute things that are boring over and over and over. Number three, ladies and gents, is you got to plan. Now, let me just, I put a lot of stars here. Because if it's one thing I'm not big at, and I need to just be honest here, y'all, I'm not the biggest planner. Does that make sense? I come up with an idea and I execute. Some of y'all been planning your execution for now 6 to 12 months. Boo, when you gonna get started? Stop talking about what you gonna do. Do it. You come up with a plan and you execute. Stop talking about what you're gonna do. Do it. And you will mess up. Look, you're gonna mess up more than anything else. Mess up. Mess it all up. Who cares? Mess it up. Are people gonna be dissatisfied with you sometimes? Yup. Are some people not gonna be happy with what you sell or what you provide? Yup. Are there gonna be some people who not gonna like your personality and the way that you do business? Yup. People don't like me, and I do not care. Because let me tell you something. On the way to impacting millions, guys, I don't have time to associate myself with the small percentage who don't like because I didn't do it the way they don't like, the way they like it. Y'all, plan and execute. Preparing your plan should not take forever. And then when you have the right people that you're associating yourself with, you can have someone to help you to create a plan so you can start execution right away. Let me tell y'all something. I'm the queen of execution. I'm not the queen of planning. Many of y'all know I'll wake up tomorrow and have an idea and put it out there. I don't care. And guess what? I messed up, y'all. Let me tell you something. If y'all can understand, I got some people, they just so mad at me. Some people so just hate what I, just mad at me. They're not happy with this. They're not happy with that. I don't know what happened to Instagram. Instagram paused. They're not happy with this. There are people who are not. There are some people who will tell you that Taurea Avant is not great. But for the one or two who say that, there's 100 other people who will say I am. And what most of us do is we get distracted by those one or two, and then we go back to planning when your plan was right. Your plan is not meant to be attractive to everybody. Your plan is not meant to be connected to everyone. See, everybody was not assigned to you. And when I realized that everybody is not assigned to me, it allowed me to be myself and be okay with being myself. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, I want y'all to say, makes sense. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Hold on, let me see. Maybe we get back on Instagram real quick because IG tripping right now. Right? If that makes sense, I want y'all to say, makes sense. Some of us, we find one or two people, and then we go back to planning. I know a young lady, child, she's been planning every year. She in a relaunch. Every year she relaunching, she replanning, she restarting. Every year she got something new she working on. Girl, if you don't stay focused and stop trying to adjust to everybody else's curriculum, girl, if you don't get on, you're not gonna tell me how I'm going to do my vision, right? Guys, you've got to plan and execute. Number four is people. There's two types of people. Customers or clients, and coaches or mentors that you need in your life. The two types of people that you need in your life are customers and clients or coaches and mentors. Okay? When you're trying to achieve a goal, if people don't fit into this category and you find that those are the people you spending the most time with, these are the people you spend the most time with, boo. Success ain't always fun. There's sacrifices that must be made. Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to go out all the time with your girlfriends and your homeboys. Sometimes they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna say you brainwashed, you tripping, you doing this, you doing that. You need to be spending more time with your customers and your coaches, because those are going to be the people to impact your life. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So these are the people we've got to focus on: customers, clients, coaches, mentors. Customers and clients. Y'all, when is the last time you had a customer? That means somebody that has purchased your product and or service. When is the last time? Because this is the thing. I have seen people, and I will never ever tell you guys that what you're passionate about, because I remember I used to say, you can't always get paid off your passion. Honey, there's people that are professional movie watchers that get paid. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's people literally that are YouTubers that watch reality TV, and they get paid to watch reality TV. So there's no, in this day and age, there is nobody on this earth that cannot get paid what they're passionate about. But what we do is we involve ourselves, we put more of our time with people who don't fit in these categories. And if you're not acquiring new customers, then stop doing the same stuff. That's called insanity. Honey, let me explain something to you, ladies and gents. Hey, Colin, how you doing? Let me explain something to you, ladies and gents. Posting on your social media timeline is not how you get customers. I know you're like, wait a minute. I thought that's what they said I needed to do. Post, and I'll get a return. No. The way you get customers is through effective communication. Type that down. Everybody write that down. Period. Ladies and gents, if you have not had customers, I'm almost for sure that you've also not been talking to prospects. If you are not getting customers, I'm also pretty sure that you also are not talking to prospects. You're just posting. You're liking their comments. You're resharing people's stuff. Ladies and gents, the purpose of doing that is to create effective communication. I put a post on Facebook just the other day, right? How y'all doing? Hey, Regina. Hey, Goddess. Hey, Kimberly. I put a post the other day. I get more leads on Instagram than Facebook. You know how many people really was like, how? Like, for real. Like, if I wasn't getting no leads on Instagram, and I just had a woman who, in the past 6 months, I know for a fact has done over $250,000 in profits. Oh, I'm sorry, because I don't wear Gucci bags and drive a Rolls Royce or a Bentley and stuff like that. Oh, y'all didn't know. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So look, if I seen a woman that told me that I get more leads on Instagram than I do Facebook, knowing that I don't even get no leads on Facebook, I'm trying to figure out how. See, most of us, we're involving ourselves with people who do not fit in this circle. If they're not a customer or a client, if they're not your coach or mentor, why are you spending majority of your time with them? Why? Oh, because they'll get in the pity party with us and agree with us why we're not having success. I don't want to call my coach because my coach is going to tell me the truth about why I'm not having success, and I ain't got time for that today. Some of us need to grow up. I was asking, how many youth do we have on here right now? Those are individuals under the age of 25. I'm going to tell you something about them. They are willing to grind it out and be broke for 3, 4, 5 years and know that the oak tree is going to grow. I want you to start paying attention to that. A lot of us, sometimes we get a little discouraged because of millennials. We say these millennials, man, they're just popping up and becoming millionaires. If I was you, I would be finding me a millennial that is a millionaire and figure out what the hell they doing. Because what I want you to understand is that the future is in technology, but it also has everything to do with effective communication. Effective posting and all that stuff, yes, you do that for validation. But if you're not communicating with new people, there we go. We got one of our youth on the line, 12 years old. This is my Chef Simone. Hey, Chef Simone. 12 years old, y'all. Brand new entrepreneur. Congratulations, love. Let me explain something to y'all. You post on social media for validation, but if you're not communicating with new people, like, I promise y'all, some of y'all spend way too much time on Facebook. You should not be broke. I promise you. And this is not me trying to be funny. I'm so serious here. Some of y'all have no business being broke with the amount of time that y'all spend on Facebook. Y'all be on Facebook all day, every day. You're liking everything, you're sharing everything, you post all these comments, and then the first thing you tell me is I don't have any income. What are you doing? So that means that we're talking to everybody who is not in this circle. We've got to start changing who we surround ourselves with, y'all. Seriously, okay? I know some of y'all don't want to hear that. Look, I'm tired. I don't like Look, let me tell you my coaching style. My coaching style is that of I like to tell the truth. And I am very tough. And some people say, you act like you don't even care. No, I do care. And that's why I'm very tough. Because I've never had it easy. This never came to me easy. Nobody ever just threw stuff in my lap and said, here you go. It was not easy. It was very difficult. But let me tell you one thing that I did not do. I remember one day my coach called me up. Y'all be thinking I'm tough. My coach called me up, said, you know you effing up, right? No, he cussed me out on the phone. I said, what? What? I'm doing what? You're effing up because you're playing around. You should have been at this type of income. And some of y'all be mad when I say, stop making excuses. Look, we got to get thick skin in this world of business. We have to get thick skin in this world of business because nobody's coming to rescue us. Nobody. That story of where God threw out the lifeboat and then the helicopter and then the cruise ship, that's God. But God has already thrown that out. It didn't mean that you didn't have to work for it. Are y'all with me? All right. The fifth P, positivity. Through all the challenges, through all the hard work, through all the upsets, through all the heartache, through all the negative talk, to all the haters, to all the people who were out here not believing in what I'm believing in, all the people who didn't see my vision, to all the people who said I was crazy, you know what I chose to do? I chose not to focus on that, but focus on staying positive. And look, this is the thing. It wasn't like I had a big crew of people that were in this space doing what I was doing. God gave me the vision. He gave me the vision, so I put myself around other rich-minded individuals. I put myself around wealthy people. Sometimes I would go to wealthy restaurants and just sit there and talk to nobody. These are things I was doing because I didn't want to put myself into a space where people, all they do is complain. I promise you, go to certain restaurants, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but go to certain restaurants of a certain type of investment and listen to the conversations they have, and then go to a 5-star restaurant and listen to the conversations they have. Ain't nobody talking about who hating, what ain't happening, why they didn't believe in them, that nobody believed in their dream, that this ain't work, that ain't happened. They're not talking about them. They're talking about, okay, we had a hiccup, this didn't work. What's the next step of action? What's the next game plan? Let's move forward. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's readjust. Let's go forward. This is what's happening in the stock market. In real estate, this is what they're doing. Hey, I'm ready to invest this. I've got money to invest that. You going to the whatchamacallit conference that costs $5,000? Conversations are different. So the 5 P's, passion, persistence, planning, people, and positivity. Now let's talk about 5 ways that you can make some money. If you're ready and you're still with me, I want you to say, I'm ready. If you're ready and you're still with me, I want you to say, I'm ready. If this is good, also let me know. Is this good? Is this good so far, y'all? We ain't got time to play. You know, please don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Please do not take this the wrong way. Because if there's one thing that's not in my bone, is I'm not insecure, okay? I'm not insecure about the business that I'm in. I don't have a problem with somebody being inspired by what I do and want to do what I do. All of that. But what does irritate me is when somebody sees all the hard work that I've put in over the past 4 years and think, you know what, I'm just going to steal every single thing that Taurea's doing and I'm going to have the same amount of success. You can try to steal everything that I do, exactly the way I do it. But if you were not called to do it, it will not work. And this is why, because who am I? I'm not God to choose somebody else's path. That's not my position here. My position is to be the best version of Taurea Vision Avant that I can possibly be. But I'm going to tell you something, is you've got to figure out what makes you passionate. You've got to figure out what moves you. And if it happens to be what I do, okay. Okay, whatever. But guys, I want you to understand is that you've got to figure out your course and not rely upon the fact that somebody else is winning in it. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, did you try this? And I was like, no, I didn't get on it yet or whatever. It's like, well, when you do, let me know how it works for you. This person will never have success. That person will never have success. And this is somebody that I care about. Just talked to them just the other day. When let me know how I care about this person. They will never have success waiting on somebody else's journey to work, because their journey is their journey. And so I want you guys to understand, because some people sometimes feel ashamed, like, well, I'm going to try to do what she's doing, and I'm going to go into the cut and hide and sneak. Look, I don't have none of that in my bones. I just want to make sure that you're doing what you've been called to do, and that you do not allow what somebody else is doing, not even just talking about myself, not allow what somebody else is doing, not allow somebody else's success to throw you off course, because it'll come. There will be people that'll be making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month in what they are doing. And they'll try to throw you off course and dangle money and dangle cars and dangle shoes and dangle awards and all type of craziness in your face. And you know that what you've been called to do is what you've been called to do. But because sometimes we allow the things of this materialistic world to rule us, we get thrown off focus. Don't do it. Y'all with me? 3 to 6 months. So there's 2 different websites. There's a website called Shopify, and then there's a website called Amazon. Now, let me tell you what I would do. Okay? What I would do is figure out something that is very niche specific. Okay? So some of us, maybe we are connected. Let's say, for example, you are connected to me. Now, most of y'all know what I do. I work with entrepreneurs, and I show entrepreneurs how to write books for business. Well, maybe that's not necessarily your calling, but you want to figure out a way that you can intertwine with what I do and connect to my market, which is already established. So let me give you an idea. Let's say you decide to start up a Shopify store where you're going to sell journals for authors. So instead of trying to duplicate something, what you've done is you figured out a way how you can partner. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Right? You figured out a way of how you can partner with somebody else who's in your space. Maybe you do journals for authors. Maybe you find someone who's a life coach and you have affirmation cards. You sell affirmation cards for life coaches. Because every life coach don't think about stuff like that. You sell manifestation bracelets. See, some of y'all are in, for example, some of you guys are in a jewelry business, and you're trying to attack your jewelry customers and clients the same way everybody else is trying to attract them. Not attack, but attract, right? You're trying to attract them the same way everybody else is. Well, it's not working. So what you need to do is find a niche. Maybe you specifically you have jewelry where you connect with people who are speakers. Jewelry, I can't spell, for speakers. And so you go out and you look specifically for speakers and let them know that you sell jewelry specifically for speakers. You find a product. Listen, yes, Martha, I know people selling manifestation bracelets for $100+. And it costs them I'm not gonna put their business out there. So look, y'all, look, all I want you to understand is niches get riches. Thank you, Danny. Danny got it. Niches get riches. You can start an online store and think of a customer base that's already been created. Maybe you do journals for real estate agents. Maybe you do journals for hair industry, people in the hair industry. You know how many of these journals I done bought? I found a journal that was specifically for people in network marketing. Well, if you don't want to do journals, you want to figure out something that you can do that's tailored for people in a niche space. Now, the great thing, ladies and gents, is that you can start selling these things and you ain't even created them. You go get you a cover, you go Google journals. Google journals, open up a free Shopify account, you Google journals, right? And then what you do is you can hire some people to help you create the content, but you get an image for journals, and then you just go ahead and create your Shopify store, you put the image up there, and then you go ahead and start promoting to people in that specific niche that you sell journals for people in that industry. Raise you up some money, take that money, invest into creating the product, and now you sell it. That's the American way. Guys, products on Amazon. Another thing is, if you see somebody else selling something that you haven't seen a lot, like for example, I saw the other day, I see so many different technology items. I saw something the other day, let me think, what's something new I saw that was techie? Now the thing with techies, you gotta be careful because people return techie, but I'm just giving you an idea. Let's say that there's somebody that's on tech that sells, they got this like new beauty thing, like that beauty shaver, right? It's like something that you put on the skin and they take all your damn skin off. Well, you see it selling. You know what I would do? I would then go find where I can get that same shaver for wholesale, and then I would promote that same product on my Shopify store. I would promote it without buying it. I would find where I can get it wholesale, and then promote. Now, how do I promote? Not just by posting. Because posting means you're only posting to the same people who are not supporting you. You have to go out and find new customers. By the way, those of you who already pre-ordered, how many of y'all already bought your tickets for next year's Show Your Success conference? We have some early bird buyers. If you bought your tickets for next year, guys, just stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a specific training to show you how to stop posting to people who ain't buying from you. Easily, I get 200, 300 new leads on Instagram every single month. My phone just died on Instagram. Guys, those of you who pre-ordered, I'm going to show you how to stop posting to people who's not buying from you. But guys, you've got to be able to find new people, find new customers, and promote to them the product that you're using. Some people will buy from you because you're up on your Instagram talking about, look what I just bought. They don't even know it's your store. Boo boo, joke's on you, right? So Shopify, and you can start a Shopify store and you don't have to buy stuff. Look at what other people are promoting and re-promote it, and they get you some new people. If you can't afford to do pay-per-click marketing, by the way, these techniques that I used on social media, never paid money for it, because I ain't had none. Shopify or Amazon. By the way, I do know some people who actually teach in those spaces. I don't. I know some people who teach in those spaces, and so if you want some people that are more experts that teach about, e-commerce as well as also Amazon, let me know and I can connect you with them, but it takes work, okay? Number 2 is online trading. I'm not talking about the MLM, okay? I'm talking about learning how to trade currency. And let me explain something to y'all. If you go Google trading currencies, there are video recordings. Now, I'm going to tell you this is not something that I have necessarily gained knowledge in, but I personally know people who do online trading. They spend a few hours a day, and they're able to make money. In fact, I met a woman who actually started off with $5. $5, y'all, and was able to stay consistent with doing the small, minute, boring things with trading, and now she's been able to build a full-time income with her investing. And so online trading is another way that you can make money. Number 3, affiliate marketing. All right. Let me ask you a question. How many of you guys know someone that sells a product or a service? Who knows anybody that sells a product or a service, a program, something? If you know somebody that sells a product or a service or any of that, let me know. If you do, say I do. Look at this new water I bought on Amazon. It's so good. Who knows somebody that sells a product or service? Maybe you don't have a product or service, but you know someone that sells something that's really good. Let me give you an example. Danny. If I can use Danny, I'll use you, Danny. So the other day, I was doing a broadcast, and I was talking about this juicing product that I bought. I bought it on, yes, I do. Thank you, Wanda. I bought it on Amazon, and it's a 3-day juicing product. It's like $100 and something. And I was talking about how much energy I have, how it was amazing, how it tastes great, how it was full, and all these great things. I told Danny, because this is the space that she's in, you know, she's all into organic. She's all into vegan cooking. She's really blowing up right now. But I told Danny, I said, you need to reach out to this company. Some of us, we participate in buying stuff from people all day long. Flow is not a major company. So what I could do is, because this is somebody that I'm always promoting, I could actually go in and contact Flow and say, hey, look, do y'all have an affiliate or referral program? Many of these companies will not charge you a fee to refer their products or services. And a lot of times what I have found, listen, y'all, what I have found is that people are more likely to buy stuff when they don't think you own it. That's crazy. Now, that's only if you have not proven value in the marketplace. If you're still trying to prove your value, which takes time, through the process, you can find people who've already created value, and you can promote their stuff by being an affiliate with their products or services. If you know any people that have coaching programs, guys, coaches would love you to be able to refer their stuff. People ask me all the time, hey, how do I become a part of your affiliate program? Real simple. Send an email to me and CC me with that person. All you got to do is email info@showyoursuccess.com, CC the person who is also a part that you want to introduce me to. I'll do a call with them. If they get started, I'm going to throw you some money. That's all you did. How do I do that? You just do it. How many people, look, if you go to your Facebook book today and say, who wants to write a book? You know how many people, and so what we'll do though, let me tell you what we'll do. We'll see that, okay, well, now, you know what, I don't even want to use myself. I'm going to use a different example. We'll say, maybe we've been in the gym, we've been working out, we getting in shape, we looking good, right? But we know that we don't really want to be a personal trainer. But everybody keeps coming to us and saying, can you train me, right? And so eventually you say, but that's not something I'm what? I'm not passionate about training nobody. But you know what? I got all these people that's coming to me. Maybe I should create a personal training program since they're coming to me. But I'm not passionate. What I'm passionate about is eating. But right now, I'm not getting any customers. Nobody's buying my products on eating. But everybody wants to know about this personal training. So instead, what most people will do is say, I'm going to start my own personal training program. Now I'm going to take my eyes off what I'm passionate about, and I'm going to start my own training program, which is going to take me time to prepare and put together, instead of saying, you know what, let me find a trainer, and let me see, do they have an affiliate program? If I refer you some people, can I get a cut? Because who's going to say no? And if they say no, say no problem. Just keep finding someone who will. And you find some people that because of they're coming to you, but that's not something you're necessarily passionate about, you refer them. That is what we call affiliate marketing. All of us can start this today. All of us can find products and services and things of that nature that we can refer on behalf of someone else and get a profit from them. I promise you, affiliate marketing, some of y'all, if you don't have no money right now, anybody that's saying, Taurea, I need money, I need income, just go post on your timeline who wants to write a book. And anybody that does, you ask them for their email. Please don't message me on Facebook because I get a whole lot of spam messages, and 9 times out of 10, your message will not be read. You need to do a proper business email. info@showyoursuccess. You include them in the email, make an introduction. You just never know. You might have an extra $997 coming to your account because you made a referral. Affiliate marketing. Number 4. Sell your skills. Now, this one is a little bit more difficult to explain because many of us don't realize that the skills that we have are of value. Let me ask you a question. How many of you ladies or gents have been married for longer than 10 years? Who's been married for longer than 10 years? And if you have, to say I have. Do you understand how big the love space is? How many of you guys that you are so passionate about your man, or you're passionate about your woman, and you love talking about your man, and you love talking about your woman, and you could be able to turn what you love to talk about into millions of dollars? How many of you have been single for 5 to 10 years, but you are in the happiest place of your life? You're happy, you wake up energized, you wake up feeling good, you looking fine, shutting it down. You make a decision who you want to date. You don't determine that you got to be married. You say, you know what, I'm happy with being with me. You know how many people would love to learn how to be happy? Google it, how to be happy. Look how many results pop up. Some of y'all, when people come into your house, the first thing they say is, this is immaculate. You did an incredible job. You say, girl, I got all this stuff at the thrift store. I spent less than $1,000 to decorate my whole house. Shut your mouth. How you do it? Because I don't know how to do that. Or can I hire you to do that for me? The rich and wealthy, just because somebody's rich and wealthy don't mean they always like to spend top dollar. You could create a client base of people rich and wealthy and design their homes. You know where you find them? At the rich and wealthy restaurants. When you sit down at the rich and wealthy bar and they say, what do? You say, I actually help decorate high-end homes for a percentage of what most people pay. Well, Taurea, I'm not certified. Yes, you are. You're certified because you certified and did it in your own home. Some of us are taking what we have skills in and we're diluting them down to, oh, this is just something I do every day. Cooking. Do you know how many people how many women don't know how to cook? Let's just go all the way to that. Let's start with that. How many entrepreneur women do not know how to cook? They don't even gotta be entrepreneurs. I know some people, they mothers, at-home wives, don't know how to cook. But cooking is simple. You don't even need to read recipes no more, honey. You know how to pinch it and make it work. Something that you do without thinking. You can turn that into a business. It's a skill set, and a skill set people will pay for. Some of y'all know how to organize your outfits for the entire week so that you don't have to worry about dressing. You got everything ready. It's just so many different skill sets that all of us have. Think about stuff that you do where people are like, how you do that? Or how do you know it, that you don't think about. You know, there's some people who do not know how to buy a MacBook and set it up. What? You can get paid to go into places and help set up a computer where all it is plug, plug, and plug. Where do you find these people? By reaching out. Honey, your marketing game has to be on point. You cannot just post and think all of a sudden it's going to happen. You got to be willing to roll up your sleeves and meet new people. But find one thing. Let me tell you something. Yes, Nicole says, qualify yourself. There are some people that every single month they're doing something new. Every single month. Do you know there are people who've been watching me now for 4 years who are finally like, you know what, Taurea, I want to come to you and work and get my book done. In fact, I don't want to go to nobody else because I know this is what you know. I've been watching for a minute. Guys, you got to stay focused on this. And if it means that in the process of being on this journey, you got to get a part-time job or a full-time job, humble yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that jobs are bad. Don't let nobody tell you that. I used to say that too, just over broke, all these negative connotations. A job is a blessing. A job allows you to be able to fund your passion. If some of y'all have to work another job until your passion can start profiting for you, so be it. Don't ever feel ashamed. Look at what happened to an old boy working at, what's his name? That was working at the grocery store, and they try to make him ashamed and talk about him. Now, honey, he about to be on TV. Never be ashamed because you are walking in your purpose. Most people that need to be ashamed are the ones who allow themselves to be dictated by what they wear. The ones that think that they're better than others because of what they drive. Those are the people who should be ashamed. And I'm not telling you not to strive for great things, because by all means, honey, when the coins is right, go buy you a nice bag. Get you some nice shoes. But honey, the person that is willing to do what it takes to take care of their family, that's the person that I'm inspired by. Humble yourself. And then number 5. Write a book. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all. Writing a book, and this is the biggest mistake I see most authors make. They just write a book to launch it and sell it. That's not what I mean to write a book. I mean, write a book so that the news wants you to be on their stations. Write a book so that people want to invite. You know how many conferences I have been recently invited to speak at because they saw the fact that I'm relaunching my book? In every conference that I speak, whether it's virtual or physical, those are new prospects that we're bringing into the door. Opportunities open up for authors, but also it's a tool that you can use, and I'm gonna sit down. It's a tool that you can use, ladies and gents, to make you some right now money. I want y'all to understand, there were times, y'all, 4 years ago, where I had no money. I had none. I didn't know how I was gonna pay the lights. I didn't know how I was gonna get to this conference. The conference that Martha and I went to a couple years ago, I went to that conference on my last dollar. Now I'm bringing about 7 people with me to this conference. I went on my last dollar, left that conference, and was able to take my business into a non-profiting business to where this year we've done over $500,000 in sales already. Next year, we will pay out over $1 million in commissions. I want you to understand that being an author is a tool that you can leverage. Stop making excuses. Stop being so busy doing stuff that ain't helping you make no money. I never, for the life of me, y'all. How you so busy being broke? And this is not me trying to tear nobody down, but this is the truth. We so busy being broke. This is the deal. If you're going to be busy being broke, stop complaining about it. Stop saying that you got to change your income. But every time I turn around, you posting the latest thing on what's going on in the media and the news. You know everything. You got all this stuff. But you're not working. You know how many days I had to grind and message 20, 30 people a day? 20, 30 new people. I hired someone to literally, and no, I didn't make announcements on Facebook. Who cares? Nobody cares. I had to literally go in 20 to 30 new people every single day. I would max out. At one time, what I was doing is I would max out and just create a whole nother Facebook account. But I got tired of, I was on my 3rd account. I got tired of it. So I said, you know what? Just remove everybody who don't got a picture. And then I was like, well, remove everybody who don't have a professional picture, because that's not my target market. Remove everybody who live in this state, because that's not where my target market is. Seriously. I was making it my business to change my life, not to complain about why my life was still the same. Crown is here and he agrees. So for me, writing a book changed my life. And so guys, I'm telling you, that's what we do. That's what I do. I teach it, and we teach you. It's not just about writing the book, but leveraging it. Some of y'all have heard these trainings, and I've told some of y'all how to leverage your books, and we're still not doing it. Some of y'all heard Martha Cooper Hudson talk about how the news is really, they keep on inviting her to come back. That is in front of millions of people. And eventually, we already know, praise God, there's going to be a TV show, Bossed Up on Purpose. And I'm going to be one of the first guests. Solandra says, hey, Crown. Auntie misses you. Ladies and gents, that's today's training. I hope you learned something. We talked about selling a product online. Find someone who's in a niche market as well. And see if, even if you already sell a product, and target your product to that niche market. And then you got to be able to reach out to those people on social media. Reach out to those people in physical locations. Look, and this is another thing. Michelle, don't just wait for Great Day Houston. Find any outlet in Texas that will allow you. It is a numbers game. It's a numbers game, love. So you find all the news outlets in Houston, and you reach out to all the news outlets and let them know who you are. And you find out, hey, I want to talk about the 6 steps to something, XYZ, thus and now. Stop waiting for that one company to tell you that you're worthy. Forget them. I wanted to cuss, but I ain't going to say the cuss. Don't just send emails. Pick up the phone and call them. Do whatever it takes. If you got to show up, send them your book in the mail. Find out who the producer is and send them a copy of your book. Tell them, look, I want to talk about the 6 steps to XYZ on your show. Reach out. If you got to find local stations nearby Houston, because maybe Houston is too big, go find you local locations, cities around Houston, and go to their new, because ain't nobody on their stations. Reach out to them. Online trading, number 2. Number 3, affiliate marketing. Find someone who already is successful in a product and a service and find out if you can sell it with them. But don't waste their time. That's the one thing I'm telling you guys. People be wasting my time talking about they want to be affiliates. And I do trainings and everything. They just be posting on their timeline. After I done told them that is not going to work. The people you posting to they're not. Guys, listen to me. I don't care what product or service it is that you sell. Please listen. If you are not in the inboxes, if you are not having effective communication, messaging people privately, all the posting that you're doing on your timeline is a waste of time. All the tagging of people, you be tagging people in your post, it's a waste of time. All of that, all the interviews, you go interview people, it's a waste of time. If you're not connecting with new people, you do all of that and connect with new people. Now you're building value. Number 4, sell your skills. All of us, we take what we do and we downplay it. We downplay the things that people look at us for. When you ask, go put a post. What is it that when you think of me, what is this something that you know I'm good at? Ask people. And if you ain't got no followers on Facebook that's going to comment, call people. Stop. Again, y'all, the only reason why in 3 to 6 months you'll say, Taurea, I'm still not making any more income, is because you're not willing to do what it takes. You got to pick up the phone. You gotta find new contacts. You gotta message people every day. I can't tell you how many people I have messaged over and over and over and over and over, and all they do is look at my message and never respond. I do not give 2 poo-poo holes. I'm gonna keep on messaging them until they block me or tell me to stop. I don't care. Because none of them are paying my bills. None of them are in control of my future. The only person that's in control of my future is God. God told me this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So because I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to do it in confidence. And I wish somebody would have something to say about me doing what I've been called to do. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. And then number 5, become an author. Write a book. Write a book. Find one of these things that you can start applying ASAP. Tomorrow, figure it out. Stop making excuses and stop being the over planner. Take 24 hours to plan and let's start working. Start messaging new people. That's the first tip. Find new people. If I see one or more of y'all, keep on posting in y'all timeline with the same number of followers. Oh, Taurea got 5 new followers. No, I'm talking about 20, 30 a day. A day. The grind is real. Y'all, I love y'all. And I'm never going to make apologies for being tough. I'm never going to make apologies for being the way that I am. We have over 10 million people that we're going to impact. And I'm going to tell you this, to impact 10 million, I don't have a lot of time to drag a few. So y'all got to be ready to grow. Y'all have got to be ready to go. Stop being around broke-minded individuals. Broke is a mentality. Stop being around people that's telling you, I ain't got it. You talking about, girl, you want to go to the Beyonce concert? Oh, so you gonna wait on somebody else to determine you having fun? So you didn't go to the concert because you had $80 to buy a ticket, but your friends was all broke. They didn't have no money. So you said, you know, I'm not gonna go. No, you're not. You're gonna go and you're gonna go by your damn self. You're gonna enjoy this life, but you don't drag people to success with you. You're gonna get yourself around environments where rich and wealthy people are. I remember when I wrote my book, every day, I went to the Intercontinental and the Ritz-Carlton and sat in the lobby. Wrote my book every day in the Ritz-Carlton. And they knew my name. I'm pulling up in my Altima Coupe is Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Rovers, Benzes, and Taurea in her little coupe. Because some of y'all would say, well, my car's raggedy. I don't want to pull up. No, you pull up and you valet that car. And you go in there and you order you some water and some tea because that's all you can afford. And you sit up in there and you become inspired. You get yourself around places that make you uncomfortable. Stop going to eat out every week at Applebee's. What you do, stop eating out at Applebee's and save that money to go take yourself to a nice, expensive restaurant at least once a month. Sit at the bar where all the other entrepreneurs are. Stop making excuses. We are adults here. It is time. Good guys, the one thing that changed my life was me getting around people whose mentality was rich, richer than mine. And I'm telling you guys, every single one of you, I don't care what you look like. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care what you have and don't have. Every single one of you have the same ability to get up here and be making 6 figures or more next year. Some of y'all already making 6 figures. Stop sitting in that. Stop being proud about that 6 figures. Go ahead and go to the next level. Because the more income you make, the more people that's below you making more money. We have to, number one, we got to get around those people, man. Telling you. All right, y'all, level up. That's right. All right, y'all. So it's been an incredible night. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Privilege and a pleasure. I love y'all. I pray that y'all receive some information from this. And we'll have more of these coming up. But make sure, guys, that y'all get to work. And keep me posted. Let me know what's been going on. Let's not make this just a hype session, because I'm not about those. I don't like hype sessions. I like sessions where we actually take the information and we get to work now. ASAP. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Good night.